crazy?
That's the beauty of it. Isn't that like
crazy?
I told you what you're talking about is honestly the most important thing.
Yeah.
You could shoot that shit on a fucking razor.
Like the razor, like the phone.
Yeah,
the
the
razor.
phone, the flip razor.
You want one of these,
Yeah,
Johnny?
I'll take one.
Yeah, get in there, bro. Let's get you a Johnny.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Let's fucking do it.
We're rolling.
We are rolling.
All right, bet.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Journey Podcast. There's so many cameras in here, I don't even know where to look. I might just pop up in everyone's shot. What up? No, seriously, welcome back. This is episode 50. I'm sure we have a lot of new people here, and today is a very exciting day because, one, we have a fucking huge guest in here, someone that I'm very excited to interview and just have a conversation with, someone that I think will provide a lot of value to your guys' life, and someone that's in a niche that we've never personally had on. We've never had anyone in the, I guess, I'm labeling you in the financial
trading space.
Yeah, trading, entrepreneurship, whatever, you know.
Yep.
How would you label yourself if you had to like elevator pitch someone?
I mean, trading is definitely like a big element of what I do, and it's definitely like my biggest stream of income. But at this point, I would probably say like a serial entrepreneur at this point. You know, just like, I mean, I've been an entrepreneur since I've been fucking young, bro. Like I used to like sell fucking wheel caps, like with, you know, like my dad has like a metal shop. I used to like bring a bag of like, you know, like the fucking tires and shit.
Right.
But then I started flipping like sneakers in middle school and high school. I started my own like restoration business. So like I've been in the entrepreneurial space for quite some time at this point, but trading was like what blew the top off for me. Like, you know, got me my first million, bro. So
right. So I didn't even say your name yet. This is
Right.
James fucking Storms. What's the @ on Instagram?
at James Storms.
How good looking is he?
I'm all right.
He's a very handsome guy. I feel intimidated right now. He pulled up in his Audi R8 on my little small house in Huntington, my mom's house. I hear,
You're like, oh yeah, he's outside.
he's outside.
That's him.
Nah, it motivated me. It's crazy, bro. Like that,
Yeah,
just being around you. I think that, you know, I certainly believe in energy.
Of course.
I believe there is such a thing as people that take energy away from you, and I believe that there are people that can give energy to you,
Right.
and that's why I rock with him.
Right.
That's why I rock with a lot of
people. Some people are energy suckers. Some people just like, I feel like I'm so rooted in like I know who I am that like even like negative energy just can't penetrate me, because like how can energy come inside of me when it's always just radiating out? Like it's like trying to fight a fucking river, bro. Like you're not gonna get penetrate me, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win.
No homo.
Yeah, pause.
There ain't no one going inside of me. I tell that with my girlfriend all the time. I say, get that thing out of here. And she puts it on me. Okay. All right. That's not good.
Yeah.
No, but no. Seriously, I'm fucking. It's an honor.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be sitting here
Thank you,
with
bro.
you, bro.
I
Yo, this is our
appreciate
50th episode. You
Right.
know, so
Right,
it's a
yeah,
big
it's-
deal.
Yeah,
bro.
50. Yeah, half a century mark
Shout out
on
to
the
us,
episode.
cuz.
Yeah, 50 deep. But yeah, no, I really appreciate you coming on. Yeah, we can kind of just start this thing with you just giving us your origin story. Tell us like how James
for sure.
Storms became James Storms, and what was the journey and the path that brought you to who you are today.
Yeah, for sure. So like I said before, like, you know, I'm just a regular dude. Like I'm not like, my parents are they own businesses. My dad has like a metal shop, like he does like works on cars and motorcycles and stuff. My mom owns a body shop, and you know, like they've been entrepreneurs for a long time. They never went to college, whatever. So I kind of, you know, got exposed to that growing up. I started like, you know, little things like I would fucking like mow lawns and shit, like whatever, you know, just I don't know where it came from. It just, you know, my mom's a hustler, like my dad, you know, is a hustler too. So so I started with that, and then like I said, like my biggest thing that really like kind of exposed me to like making money in alternative ways was sneakers. You know, like sneakers was really big like in like 2012, 2013, 2014. That's when I first, you know, bought my first pair of shoes for like $120, and bro, I just, you know, I actually lost. That was the only pair of shoes I lost money on, was the first pair of shoes I bought. But then after that, bro, like I just fucking I was always working, bro. Like I was always working. I used to be a lifeguard for the town of Hempstead for like a few years, but like I don't do well with like authority and people telling me what the fuck to do. Like I was late like 1 minute, and like I had to talk to the supervisors, and I'm like, they just called me one day like, you coming to work? I'm like, I'm not coming to work. Like, you know, like straight up, like, and it was not a bad job, right. But like I worked there, and I worked in restaurants too. So I would fucking work 40 hours there, go to the fucking pool, go to the restaurant after. Like I was grinding, bro, 15, 16 years old. And then again, I was doing sneakers too. I was fucking like in high school when everybody was getting cars and shit like that. Like, you know, I lived in Merritt, bro. Like it was, you know, my family wasn't necessarily like fucking super wealthy, But you know, like they did all right for themselves for sure. But they were like very wealthy, you know, kids in that school, and like they all started getting their cars and whatever. And once they started buying cars and buying car parts, all these kids because sneakers was the craze in like, you know, 2012, 2013, 2014, right?
Remember,
And then
yep.
people started offloading their whole collections, and I was like, cool, like let me buy, all right, buy this, and this. Give me a deal. Cool. Let's clean them up. Let's fucking whiten the midsoles. Let's iron out the creases. Let's repaint the shit. Let's fucking, and then let's go to the sneaker convention in New York City, and let's double our money like that. We just paid $5K, and now I just made another $5K. Like, so, you know, like it was, you know, it wasn't like fucking, I wasn't a millionaire, but I was like, it was good money for a kid. And
what would you say, like what was your biggest come up as a kid in the sneaker game? Like, what was your first like real taste of money?
First real taste of money was, well, I made decent money at like this. So I worked in multiple restaurants, started as a busboy, was a pastry chef, like at Vincent's Clam Bar, if you've been there.
Yeah,
Bro, I was making $8 an hour there, like $7.25 an hour.
Yeah.
I'd make like $40 like on my paycheck. Like
Right.
it was disgusting, like you know. But it was good. It got my foot in the door, you know, whatever. Then I became a busboy. Then I got a job at Morton Steakhouse as a busboy. I worked there for 2 years. I was making good 20 hours, you know, $20 an hour, whatever. Then I became a server and I was making good money. Like you can make great money in restaurants if you work in the right place. Yeah. So I was making $1,000 a week plus whatever, you know, like it was good for, you know, young kid in high school. Like I got there early. So that was decent. The sneakers, I definitely made good money on sneakers for sure. Like there were shoes that I would buy. Like one kid, I bought fucking 2 pairs of shoes from him for like $800. I literally did very simple restoration to them, and I sold them both for like double my money, like $1,600. Like I bought some Yeezy 2s, bro. I walked across my graduation stage in Yeezy 2s, like the Plats, like bro, those were like $2,000 sneakers at the time, like, and I got them for like 14. I sold them for like 25, like, you know. So like you can definitely make money if you know the game, just like fucking cars, just like real estate. Like it's all just what's the market price and what, you know, how can I maneuver inside of this space, you know. Right. So yeah, so like I wouldn't say like I tasted big money, but definitely, you know, making money like that is just, it's inspiring. It's like, okay, how can I make more? Like, what can I do? So, and I found out about, so to like kind of relate it with trading, like I found out about Bitcoin like very early on, like in 2011, 2012. Like I was fucking, when I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, you know. So I saw Bitcoin at $2, bro, like $2. I didn't know, I wasn't thinking about investing. I wasn't thinking about anything, but my best friend at the time, Sam, we were like computer nerds and we were playing games on Steam and shit and whatever. And we had just started smoking weed at the time. And he's like, yo, like I know about this black market website called the Silk Road, and we can fucking get the best weed like shipped from California. Like this was before anybody was doing that shit, bro. Like, and I went to CVS, I did Western Union, I fucking like, and I fucking bought these Bitcoin, bro. I bought like fucking 10 Bitcoins for like, oh my God, like a couple $100, bro. Like whatever it was, you know. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything crazy back then. Yeah. In hindsight, it's like, whoa, what the fuck did I do? Like
so many people did that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what about the guy that sold the, what was it, for like 6 pizzas or some shit like that?
It was 10,000 Bitcoins for one pizza. Like
10,000 Bitcoins for
one
pizza.
So what do you mean? Like you could go to Western Union and instead
you
of
had to purchase it. Like I don't know. He just told me how to do it. I didn't really know, because back then, like nowadays with like the way, because every transaction, like you have like a private key basically that now the exchanges kind of hold on to, but like that's how like the blockchain works. You need to have the key and whatever. So you had to kind of like, it was a lot more intricate. It was more technical. Now it's all just kind of like, you know, packaged for everyone in a convenient way. But when the exchanges hold, that's why like what happened with FTX recently, like they collapsed. Like when a private company has your keys, your shit's not safe. Like if you have your shit on a ledger, like in cold storage, nobody can touch that, like no matter what, like unless they get your key. So that's how people are able to steal your shit. So back then it wasn't like they didn't have any centralized exchange. It was called Mt. Gox. Like Mt. Gox was the main, and they got hacked in like 2011, and like price went from like 1,100 to like 100 or whatever. Wow. Like Bitcoin is fucking like the crypto space is a very crazy space. But anyway, I fucking so like I got a little taste of like BTC, you know, like as a young kid, and then it wasn't until like I worked for Morton's up until I was like 17 until like 20 or 21. I worked there for like 4 years, and I ended up getting fired. I personally, I think I was a great employee. I think people loved me. Was I like fucking eager as fuck to go to work and show up at like 5 minutes early? Nah, it'd be 1 or 2 or 3 minutes late, and like I had a fucking man. Like honestly, it was I'm not racist at all. Like I love all races, all religions, but like it was very like, I just think they didn't like me because they saw that I was a young kid. I had just started trading at the time. I was making money. Even the managers in the place, like they're there. Like, and a manager in a restaurant is honestly like a terrible job, bro. You're there like for fucking 80 hours a week. Yeah. If you're in a nice spot, like the servers are making probably, if not the same, more money than you, and they're working like way less. So there was that. They saw I was trading. They would catch me on my phone once in a while. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, I'm a couple minutes late. That's my fault. Right. But like, you know, I hustled hard. I made money. I took care of the guests. And the manager that fired me had just got fired from Carmine Steakhouse for firing people and bringing in his own people. So like, I know for sure he just wanted to just
clear house.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so whatever. It's cool. Like you know. Thank you, honestly. Thank you.
Yeah,
like, you know,
right.
like, bro, it pushed me out of the nest. And, you know, I had just started trading in 2017. Well, actually in 2016, crazy story. So I walked into Dunkin' Donuts like late 2016, late at night, 2 a.m. I just smoked a blunt with my boy. And I walked in, I was like, yo, I want to get an orange juice, bro. Like, I'll be right back. And I met this kid, Alvin, who lives in Freeport, like the town over, working. And he's like, yo, like, you got any weed on you? Cause like I get fucking, when I smoke, my eyes are fucking blood red as the devil, bro. Like, yeah. So he's like, he knew immediately. Like, he's like, yo, you got any weed? I'll give you some shit. Like, if you just give me some weed. I'm like, yeah, I got some weed. Yeah, I want a free fucking juice. Like, yeah,
right,
like,
right,
whatever. So we ended up just having like chopping it up, whatever. And then he out of nowhere, he pulls his phone. I was like, yo, you gotta follow this guy on Instagram. He's a trader, like da da da. And I'm like. Okay, like, and this was in like late, you know, if you guys know, like the F80 M3 had like just came out like recently at that time. So I was like, okay, like I love cars, and so I was just like, oh, I didn't even use Instagram, bro. Like I was not present on that platform, but I would see him every so often just posting the profits and posting all this shit, and I'm like, okay, how can I get involved in this? Like, what can I do to get involved? Because like I just, you know, it just intrigued me, obviously. So he does a class, and I flew down to Fort Lauderdale. I paid $1,800. I took a 5-day class with him, and truthfully, like it was great. It exposed me to the space. It wasn't the end all be all everything, but it was a great, you know, starting base for what it was. And then yeah, like I just took it and ran with it, bro. Cause like the first. So I first started trading with $250, and like I blew that shit while I was working at Morton's. Like I was serving tables, trying to trade, whatever. Like I come back, no money, like whatever, you know. Right. and then I had a day off. Like the third day I ever started trading, bro. I put in $450 in an account, and by the end of the day, like 6 hours later, I had like $6,200. Like in my I flipped $400 to $6,000. Like, and that was like probably my first real taste of money, like in that fashion. It's like you're telling me I sat at home and on my fucking computer. And I just made $6,000 from $400. It was aggressive trading, like aggressive as fuck. But I did it, you know. I ended up getting that account up to like $20,000.
And what were you doing to do that? Was it like?
So I trade forex. I don't trade stocks. I trade forex. Like the foreign exchange market is the most. Like imagine like the stock market is like the fucking. Like one of the Great Lakes, right? And then the fucking forex market is like the Atlantic Ocean. Like, you know, there's fish in the lake, but there's fucking everything in the like. It's just the stock market does like $50 billion on average of volume. The forex market is doing like 7 trillion every day. Wow. So like even compare that to the crypto market. The whole crypto market is worth like 1 trillion right now. So imagine 7 crypto markets being traded every single day. It's the most liquid, vast market in the world. So you can trade anything and make money, but as the numbers get larger, like, and you want to extract more money out of the market, it's kind of harder to get. It's like how many fish can you pull out of? You can pull out of a lake with
only so much fish.
Right, exactly. Right. It's just the volume and the liquidity is way higher. So yeah. I started trading. You know, like I said, I had a lot of success in the beginning, and then I got my account up to like 20K, and then I had a big loss. I lost like 10K in a day, devastating, bro. Like devastating. To nowadays, like it's not like it doesn't feel this like 10K might be like a light day for me, bro. Like honestly, but at that moment it was like, dude, I was in my boy's room. He was playing Xbox, and I'm just holding like these trades are like red as fuck. I'm like, oh my god, like I took.
And how does that happen? Is it something that can happen within minutes, or is it?
Yes, if you over leverage your account. Well, first of all, the market is like it's like the ocean, like a fucking whale. Like you're a fucking little fish, and a whale can swim by and just knock you up. Like,
Wow.
no, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. Like, there's so much money going through this shit in 1 second that your shit can be vaporized. If you're
Really?
because a lot of these brokerages offer leverage, which is, you know, like 1 to 500 leverage. It's like you can basically they offer you 500 times what your account value is in buying power, right? Which is ridiculous. If I have a $1,000 account, I could technically buy a position worth $500,000.
Wow.
From a
But like it's all. I don't want to go too deep into it, but like the brokers, like most brokers, like it's like a casino, bro. Like, you know, imagine in a casino you could fucking do that. Like, people would be losing their fucking homes. Like, so the brokers keep your shit when you lose. Like, so they want you to fucking blow yourself up.
So
like,
if you win on that 500, if you win on that 500x, that 500,000, you would take those earnings. But if you lose, you would owe those earnings.
You never. It's very hard to
You
go
just-
like
you
negative.
lose all your money.
Lose
Yeah,
what
you
you
lose what
yeah.
you
You
have
lose your
in it.
capital. Yeah.
Right,
Like,
right.
so it's possible to like leverage your shit, and like I've just been risky like since the jump. Like, I've just been aggressive. I understand. Like, I learned how to control it. Like, you know, nowadays, but like for 3 years of my trading career, like I was like just up and down, like wins and losses. Went like big wins, big losses, big wins, big losses. And it wasn't until like I had good success, bro. I had like 20K days, like 30K days, but like you know, I never was able to really withdraw my money. Like, the biggest thing that I always say is like most traders they overtrade and they over leverage, like, you know, and they don't manage their money properly. They never, like, bro, if you make 20K in a day, don't you think like you should put some in your pocket, bro?
That's
like,
a win. Yeah, that's
yeah, like, because if it
it
never comes out of your account, you never made any money, bro. It's like a job. Like, you wouldn't work a job for, you know, 40 hours a week and be like, you know what, boss, put my shit on fucking red this week. Like, you know, I want to gamble. Like, no, you're gonna take your paycheck and you're gonna be a little smart about it. But trading is it's so rapid. It's so like, there's so much, like, it's a gambling. It can be an addiction. Like, there's a very fine line between trading and gambling, bro. So, and it's so desensitizing when it's just numbers on a screen, bro. It's like GTA, bro. It's like fucking, you don't even give a fuck, bro.
It can almost be like a little bit like a video game, right?
Yeah. No, it literally is a video game.
It's like
bro.
high risk, high reward.
Yeah,
I saw
it
this.
doesn't have to be like that. Like, the standard conservative way to trade is like 1% risk of your account, like whatever.
Right.
But you won't have longevity if you fucking risk 30% of your account. Like, all it takes is 1 or 2 fucking, and you're done, bro.
Yeah,
Right.
I saw this like analogy. This guy was talking about trading. He was like, people that played video games growing up, especially Call of Duty, would be perfect traders because they've built up this skill of acting fast without any emotion.
Right.
And he said that's like the number one thing to be a successful trader.
Emotions is what. Yeah, it's, bro. You have to be robotic. Like, if you get emotional, you will get fucking clapped every time, bro. Like, it's just the emotions make the market is it's like, bro, the market is $7 trillion. You think this thing is not like rigged, like to steal from people? Of course it is. It's like the most. You're competing against fucking banks with fucking like AI, like $1 trillion AIs, bro. Like, it's very, bro, trading is one of the hardest places to succeed in the world, bro.
Yo, so I have so many friends that have like tried doing it, you know, that like we were thinking about, so we're coming out with this course, right? Not the podcast course. I'm also thinking about coming out with an overall like personal development course, and like a personal development in my eyes, like part of that is making
finances, money. Like financial literacy, everyone should be financially literate without a doubt.
I agree. And so I was like, what are some ways, like, because I'm living in Miami and I'm like, okay, the best ways you can make money is online. So I'm going through these different things. I'm like drop shipping, videography, SMMAs. And I'm like, what about day trading? And I'm like afraid to put it in there because I'm like, I don't really know any fucking successful day traders.
Right.
Like,
I mean, bro, like it's very few and far between, and there's a lot of deceitful people out there that say, oh, I did this, I did that, I made this money. Like, even I'm not gonna name no names, but I could end careers with like the information I've learned, bro. Like, because these people, like, once you can open your own broker, you can fucking fake. You can make a fake real account. You can make fake withdrawals. You can make fake trades. You can make fake, like, it's
to show like statistics to show.
Yes, it's
to try
crazy.
to lure people in to
Oh,
follow you.
yeah, I made
made
100K. Yeah, like and that's why a lot of people like me, bro, because I'm very transparent. I'm very like, yo, like, like I really did this shit, bro. Like, what I did is like, so like to continue, bro. Like, basically, I was like stagnant for like a while. Like I ended up losing probably like 60 to 80 grand like over over a 3-year period, bro. Like maybe even more. I fucking borrowed money from like a loan shark, lost his money, bro. Like getting calls like from caller ID blocked numbers, like bad shit, bro. Like not shit that you want to be involved. Like trading is like I said, it can be a gambling addiction, bro. Like and it can ruin people's. People have messaged me, oh my god, I owe $800,000. My life is over. Like crazy shit, bro. So
really,
yeah, really bad shit, bro. So yeah.
No, it's just,
so it's as powerful as it is.
Let's not put that in the course.
Yeah. Bro, as powerful as it is, it's like a fucking loaded machine gun. Like, yeah, you can kill people with it, but you can shoot yourself very easily, bro. So like, I definitely stress, like, I'm very much risk averse. Like, people come to me because, like, I do the risky shit, and people, like, a lot of people like that, but it's like juggling knives, bro. It's like, I've just learned how to juggle knives, and people are like, wow, you know how to juggle? Like, yeah, but if you didn't see when I was fucking cutting myself everywhere here, you know, so... But yeah, basically, bro, so 2020 was a very turbulent year for me, bro. Like in the beginning of the year, I turned like 15K into like 60 grand, right? And I'm not afraid to put all my eggs in the basket. Like Kobe Bryant said, it's like, yo, you can always just go get more fucking eggs. Like I'm not scared to break my fucking eggs. I'll go get more eggs, you know? So
I love that.
Yeah.
So basically, I fucking flipped this account. You know, I'm not scared to put all my bread up, you know, whatever. And I have 60K. It's like my net worth at this point. Yeah. And I'm floating a trade. Like a floating is like you're whole, like you have it open. It's not closed. So I'm floating like an 80K profit, like 70,000, right? Like on a trade. So I'm like, first time I ever see, like my net worth at this point, if I close the trade is plus 120,000, whatever. Wow. So in my head, I'm like, yo, like this has so much potential, this trade. Like I see more, obviously. It's greed, you know, greed will kill you, bro. So I end up holding the trade. I put the trade at break even, right? So like basically at that point, like if it goes back up, I'll just break even. I won't make anything. So that's what I held the trade until the next day. I no sleep, up for 30 hours straight, like watching this shit, like goes up again, like against me, takes me out of break even. Like I watch 80,000. In my head, I lost 80 grand because I had 80 grand. So like I watched that shit slip right through my fingers, bro. So fuck. And then but I still have, you know, whatever. I still have 45, 50. I ended up losing a little bit of money like that day, like maybe 5 grand or whatever.
It's just such a bad feeling, bro. I remember when I was 14 and I didn't have any money, and my older cousin was like, yo, if you beat me in horse, I'll give you $250.
Right.
And I beat him, and like, bro, I was like, $250? Like what? And then he's like, yo, double or nothing.
And then
I
ran
lost
that shit right back.
And I remember the whole night like,
right.
What?
Yeah, bro. Bro, and like imagine that on a grander scale, like with trade, and it's so accessible. Like you can just go right on your phone, and if you don't have discipline, bro, like
it would make me want to go, let's play double or nothing. I'll send you
or you lose in trading. It's like, all right, fuck it, I'll get it, I'll do it again, and then you lose. And then,
you're
like,
continuously just chasing it because you're just like, if you lose, you're trying to make. It's like like you said at the casino. Right. You lose 100, fuck it, I'm gonna take out some more money.
Right.
I'm putting 250
bro,
on this one.
It's like, yo, there's nobody holding your hand in this shit, bro. You're the player, you're the coach, you're the fucking the injury reserve staff, you're the fucking nurse, you're everybody in this shit. So like, you gotta be on point, bro. So like, trading will tear you down, and if you're still in the game, you can build yourself back up, but it's gonna tear you down, like without a doubt. So basically, the next week after that, I blew my whole account in one night, lost everything, gambling, like not even following my strategy, nothing. Like I was like, yo, you had 100 grand, you need 100 grand, like, you know, I lost everything. Like I was in tears, bro. Like I was in tears. I ended up bro. I had 15K of my dad's money, bro. Like that he gave me, bro. Like, and I blew that shit. Oh my god, that's like that hurts more than anything else, bro. To tell my dad, like I didn't even tell him for like a little while. When I told him, he was like, "What?" Like, bro, my dad is scary, bro.
Could you even sleep?
Yeah, I could, but not comfortably.
I'm saying
bro.
that's
like,
hard. Or like even when you wake up, you know what I'm saying, and then that's the first thing that you think of.
All I would think about. Anxiety, just
fire me up.
Extreme anxiety. Yes. Yeah. So what happened? So this was February 2020, like March, right?
Right before COVID,
right? Yeah. So big disruption. Bro, I never went to college, bro. Like I I literally never even did a single day. Like I went to Nassau to take my placement tests, and then I fucking bro, I lied to my parents for like a year and a half, telling them I was going to school, and like I never went. Like they still don't. Maybe they'll see this podcast, but they still don't know, bro.
They still
like,
think you went.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I just knew that shit was not for me. Like what's the goal here? I'm gonna get a fucking degree and then what? Go to a cubicle or go fucking build someone else's fucking dream,
make
like
someone else rich.
Fuck that. Like I saw my parents, like they, like I said, they built names for, my dad went to fucking trade school for welding. My mom went to FIT for a little bit, but they opened their own businesses. They made it happen. So like I know it's possible. Like and just being around in the trading space, like my mentor was like pretty famous. I was like, yo, like in anything, bro, if you can put your finger on somebody and be like, I'm not there, but that guy is, and I can get there, like that was my philosophy for anything. It's like, yo, if he can do it, I can do it the same or better, like, no matter what. So I always, when it can be very discouraging, bro. So like when I did that, I really thought about quitting trading for like a long time. And then I ended up moving to Pennsylvania and the Poconos, like between March, April, May, June, basically. Cause like, COVID was like, at the time it was like, yo, what's going on here? Like,
can't leave the crib.
New York was fucking bad, bro. Like, New York was not the place to be with COVID. So I was like, let me go to PA, let me get in the sticks. Let me just went to Trader Joe's, loaded up with fucking, bro. I had like 4K left to my name, bro. Like at that moment. So,
wow.
I had.
It's crazy to hear that, knowing what I know about you.
Yeah, and I'm
looking at ice on your wrist, so like,
I mean, bro, like it's
Blow.
And that was not very long ago, bro. Like that was 2 years ago, bro. Like that's
2 years.
So like that shit can change for you very quickly. So, and bro, like during this time, I'm watching all my friends graduate college at this point, like, and it's like, yo, like I was really discouraged because I'm just like, yo, like you're like the worst of the worst, like internal talk, like your self-talk is so important, like how you speak to yourself on a daily basis, like, and it's so easy to be so, you wouldn't talk to your friend like, yo, you're a fucking idiot, you're a dumbass, like how could you do that? But like it's so easy to talk to yourself like that. It's like, why the fuck am I doing that? You have to bring yourself up. You gotta lift yourself up no matter what. So I'm just doing the worst of the worst, I'm really discouraged. I'm like, yo, maybe this shit's not for me. Like I just can't figure it out. Like whatever. I mean, at this point I'm 3.5 years deep. Like, like that's a long time. And like that much money sunk into it. It's like, yo, like really, really, really discouraged. Like to the point where I'm like, I'm just disgusted with this shit. Like, but eventually, like, I actually watched an interview with a doctor. Cause like I'd always wanted to go into the medical field, right, for a long time. I wanted to be a surgeon for like a long time, and I ended up watching, I forget the guy's name, but I watched an interview with this guy who was an optometrist, and he basically was like, yeah, my whole life I always wanted to be a day trader from when I was young, but I knew I would need a lot of capital to do that, so I decided to go to med school and become a surgeon to make money, and then eventually become a day trader. And then towards like the middle of the interview, he was like, if I could go back and do it again, I would say fuck that and just become a trader. And I was like, yo, what am I doing? Am I gonna go to school? Like I was calling colleges and all this shit, and like I'm just like, yo, fuck this.
And
like,
you're not that guy. You fucking hate school. You hate authority from what you said.
And I just like I think school is good if you want to be in that field, like a lawyer, a doctor, something where you have to go there. Like if you want to go for communication or marketing or business, or like, you don't need a fucking degree to start a business, bro. Like that's the dumbest shit in the world. Like college is a terrible investment, right? You see the charts, like the cost of college goes like this and the ROI from college is like this, bro. Like it's not, there's like, it was cool with like, and all our parents stress it because that's what worked for them. In the 80s, it was a great investment, right? Because it wasn't so diluted. Now everyone's going to college, everyone has a degree, and like you're getting shit at this point. And bro, college is a great fucking, let's open a college. Like I want to open a fucking, that's a great business. Like, but I don't want to fucking go to college. Like, I
wonder how much profit the university sees if the average ticket, let's say for a 4-year degree, is $250,000 with room and board. I wonder what the margin is, like what they're seeing on.
I'm sure it's great.
Yeah. It's. I heard it's been going down over the like recent years because of people like us that are realizing that college is not always the route that you need to be successful. Every year the acceptance rate and the people applying is going down and down and down, especially for universities like the Dukes, the Floridas, you know what I'm saying, like the big time schools.
It's a bubble, bro. It's a bubble.
Yeah, they
just
said
like
eventually like on this rate, in the next 30 to 40 years,
right?
Bro, these colleges are gonna go out of business.
Because
Like you're gonna go broke.
Everything that you learn, like, why wouldn't you just take a class like your class or my class or whatever, like a fraction of the cost? You're learning directly from somebody that's doing what you want to do, and it's just like way more efficient and effective for you, you know. So it's like, why would you ever? Because you don't need that shit. You really don't need that, and especially with social media. Like, I think building a brand is the most important thing a person can do at this point. If you want to be serious, if you want to be a slave, that's cool. Go be a slave. But like, if you want to break free from the matrix, get on social media. Every day somebody dies that's not on these platforms and is being born that it will be on these platforms every single day. And there's probably more people that aren't on them that are on them. So like, it's only gonna fucking grow exponentially, bro. Like, without a doubt, bro. Like, you know, how could you not be taking advantage? Especially, I told you, my boy QB Stu, like, he's fucking making almost 10K a month posting memes, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're gonna tell me that someone's gonna fucking slave away and it could be like that, you know? I don't want to say it's easy because it's not easy, but it could be that simple for them, you know?
And I've seen on the high level people get, you know, upwards of
like $35
million, like the Justin Biebers of the world.
For like posts. I'm saying directly from Instagram, just from real plays,
Right.
You know?
Something that like you don't need anyone else for. You're doing it on your own.
You don't need a third party
brand.
brand. It's like Instagram will just pay you. Like, you're getting eyeballs on my app. Cool. Right. Keep doing that. Like, we want your share.
And
you know?
and that's and you know what? Like, and talk about all the other things it does for you, right? Like, if you become this figure of authority.
Right.
I told you that I was having a very tough time closing digital marketing clients.
Right.
So I was like, okay, like, what could I do to make this easier on me? Well, I could go out and like get all these case studies and like create this like entire agency and like just have this like headache of 2, 3, 4, 5 years building this company, building these case studies, building these connections. Now I could charge higher prices. Or it's like I can just get super popping on social media.
Yeah, bro.
I could have 1 million followers. I'm blue checked up. Gary V's my homie. You hop on the call with me, you know you're gonna drop a bag.
Right. 100%, bro. Like, at this point, eyeballs are currency, bro. You got eyeballs on you, you have money and value, bro. Like, straight up.
Nope.
Nah, but that's it. Like, and just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like I said, like, bro, in anything, you just gotta, bro. Every day you have shit. Like, you either take it and throw it against the wall, or you just fucking waste it, bro. Like, goes flush it down the toilet. Like, and every day there's eyeballs. You got to be. It's not easy, bro. This shit is not being a full-time influencer. Like, I'm not saying I'm the biggest, you know, whatever, but like, I've built a community for myself, and bro, if you're not posting, you're not there, you're not present, you're like irrelevant, bro. People I'm following, you like you said, you have this much fucking attention on these platforms, bro. Like, so you got to find a way to get your fucking your name out there, bro. So. Basically, bro.
You were thinking about going to med school, then you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
This is like June. This is like June of fucking, like June of 2020. So, basically,
get in the mix, cuz.
All right, so it's June. I finally come to my senses. You know, I'm back in the lab. I'm back studying. I'm figuring out like, yo, like, we're doing this. Like, we're. I just realized I'm locked in till I fucking die. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I will make this happen by any means necessary. I don't care how much money I have to lose, how long it takes. I'm just strapped the fuck in. Like, and I know that's what it was gonna take. You know, it's really tough. Like, when it deals with money, like, it's one thing to be discouraged because like, oh, my shit's not popping or whatever. It's like, yo, like, I literally just lost everything I have, bro. Like, you know, and like, for most people, the thing is, it's like, at this point, I've made it past the other side, and I understand like money's not real. Like, I truly understand that. But for most people, money represents time, right? Most people trade their time for money. So like, when you're trading money for money. So once you break out of that matrix, bro, it's like it's a very like, it's like a fucking Pandora's box, bro. Like, you fucking open that shit up. It's like, you know, you really truly understand that this shit is just fucking paper, bro. It's literally just a fucking piece of paper, bro. Like, at the end of the day, there's no tangible fucking asset attached to it, nothing, bro. It's just a piece of fucking paper, and it's floating through the air by us every fucking second. How can you find a way to just divert some of that shit towards me, bro? Like, you know, provide value, give away free things, create a course, you know, solve someone's problem that they need, and just build your brand, build your awareness, build your eyeballs. Like, it's that simple, bro. So simple but not easy, obviously, right? So, but so I'm locked in. I'm back in the lab studying, whatever. I told you, I had like 4K or like 5K left, whatever, like money for groceries and shit. Like, COVID, bro. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm hoarding. I'm like, yo, this is all I got left. Like, But I put that shit in a trade. I put like 4K out of the 5 I had left.
Last leg, 4K.
Last leg.
Here we go.
I put it in. I ended up like turning it into I want to say like it was like I don't remember the exact numbers. It was like between like 12 to 15K or whatever in like a week or so. I was like, all right, bet, like nice, like
It's a nice
back
W.
in.
Yeah,
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay.
Yeah,
So
back
my
a lot.
best friend Mason, one of my best friends, he buys.
I'm feeling a big win coming.
He buys careful. He buys and sells cars. So he buys and sells cars for like a living. Like that's one of his like like his main side hustle basically. So, he had this car for sale, a Porsche Boxer. Like I love Porsche. Like Porsche is my fucking. It was a 2013 Boxer, 6-speed, fucking white, blue interior. Like you can only get that from the blue carpets, blue everything, bro. Blue steering wheel. It was fire. So I'm like, yo, I need this car. Like he's like, I need to sell it. And he was gonna give me a steal for it at the time. It was like 27.5. Like, and that was a steal, bro. Like the car was worth like 32, 33 in the market. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this car. Like I put the money back in the market in my account. And I'm like, cool. Like all I need is get 30K. Like after fees and everything, that's enough for me to register the car, do what I gotta do.
30K.
So
That's all we need.
I fucking bro, I flipped that shit up to like 25, and I ended up getting some money from unemployment and shit. Nothing crazy, but I tapped in, to that.
Why not?
I
Free
tapped
money,
into-
bro. If they're gonna
Give
give it
us
to
some
you.
of this equipment.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
for sure.
I mean, listen, bro. That time, like during all that shit, the government, like the Fed, people don't understand this, but the Federal Reserve is like the central bank of the United States, and they're not a government agency. They are a privately owned company. They are a business, bro. Like their goal is to make money for the people that own the world, like literally, bro. So imagine you had a blank check, you could just do whatever the fuck you want. So during this time they printed all this money. They printed like, I don't even know the exact figure, but like $8 to $10 trillion, and they gave away, they threw us a bone. Yeah, here's a stimulus check. Yeah, here's some pandemic unemployment assistance. Yeah, you want extra money? Here you go. Like, but they fucking lined their fucking pockets, bro. Like they crashed the markets in COVID. They bought all this shit back up, regardless. So. It was all a scam. But we know that. But like it was really when you understand this shit,
that.
it was a financial scam. But like
fucking scam.
But people, money was flowing. Like the printers were going hard. So like there was money to be accessed. So whatever. I took advantage of it. I ended up making as soon as I got enough money to do that, I withdrew everything, paid my Bitcoin fees, whatever, bought the car.
Bitcoin fees.
Yeah, because like
were you
to
trading
withdraw
forex?
it, like I was trading forex, but I'm saying like most of the accounts are like funded with Bitcoin, and like it's just
really?
like the easiest vehicle. Like most of these brokers, like the banks don't like forex trading because it's a very volatile space. People lose their fucking heads and they call like, oh my god, forex! I'd never seen that in my life. Like, and then they report fraud. Like, oh, it's a volatile space. So like banks don't like dealing with that shit. So Bitcoin is like the preferred vehicle to like deposit and transfer and shit.
Right.
So whatever, I got my money, I paid my fucking 3% of whatever, get it back to cash, and then I fucking bought the car. Right?
Let's go.
I spent all my money in this fucking car, bro. Like
Congratulations,
I had like, cause I finally
I'm there
had,
with you right
I
now.
finally,
About the day.
bro. When I bought that car, bro, when I drove it home, like I was fucking at the top of my lungs, bro. Dropped the top, fucking broke as fuck, but I had a Porsche with a drop top, so like, so I was lit, bro. I was lit, and I like basically, cause I was like, yo, I need something to show for it. I was still a little disgusted. I'm not gonna lie, cause like earlier in the year, I still had fucking 100+ grand. So like I wasn't really out of the woods at that point, but I was a little bit better off.
Made you feel a little better.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this, summertime, like whatever, Long Island, drive the Porsche, whatever. So, but like the reason I tell this story like this is because the car was like a really integral part of like what happened. So September 28th of 2020, I'm driving on the Meadowbrook Parkway, and it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm going southbound. It's light drizzle, and a fucking nobody on the road. And I'm driving in the middle lane, and a fucking, all the memes about the Infinities and the Nissan Altimas and all these motherfuckers, like the demons of the fucking road. Demon pulls up next to me. Look, he's looking at me like, like, and I'm just like, like I like to, but remember,
Boxer's not even that fast.
it's not even that fast. Honestly, I probably would have dusted him, but regardless, I've crashed my car in the rain before, and like if it was dry, I would have given him a pull. Yeah, like a little pull, whatever. Like,
right.
But I don't fuck around in the rain. Like I've crashed my car, I've spun out on the highway, like stupid shit, like whatever. basically, once he realized I wasn't gonna entertain him, he like dropped back a little bit like this, and then he went like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. I swear to God, this guy cuts around me. There's nobody on the road at all. He cuts in front of me like doing 95, and the moment he did this, slammed to my brakes, bro. Like, cause I know that there's no way this guy is saving this turn like this, like in the rain. You're out of your mind, bro. Like rear wheel drive, no way. So he, you know, on the Meadowbrook, there's a big concrete divider in the center. So like he cuts in front, fishtails out, the rear of his car hits the divider, and he's fucking air like the Transformers about to go like flying through the air, spinning. There's an overpass in front of us, like a bridge or whatever. Yeah. His car hit the top of the bridge. I swear on everything, bro. I'm watching this in slow motion. There's fucking debris. Like, I'm 100 feet away from this shit. Nuts and bolts are hitting my car. Cracked my windshield. Like, I wasn't even near the fucking guy. Wow. So I'm like, fuck. Well, now my windshield's cracked, and like this guy might be dead. So like, let me pull over and like figure. Bro, his wheel is in the middle of the road. His engine's coming out of his engine bay. Like serious shit. I'm like, yo, this guy I might have just witnessed this guy die. So as soon as I'm about to pull over to the shoulder, fucking boom in the back of me, bro. Like a Jeep Cherokee, old ass Jeep Cherokee with this lady like fucking rear-ended me, totaled my shit, bro. Like I was upset, bro, because I really actually loved the car. It was my first Porsche. Like I was in love with it, bro. And here's the thing, like in hindsight, it was the best thing that ever happened to me, bro. Like, cause I got paid on that shit, bro. Like I was able to kind of like stick and move with the insurance company. Like at first they're like, all right, yeah, we'll give you 34. And I'm like, no, like you go find me another car, a white, blue interior, 6-speed manual, this, that, had an exhaust, had nice wheels on it. Like, go find me the same car. Right. Like, all right, we'll give you 37. Go find me the same car. Like, I ended up getting a really nice rep on the phone. And he ended up talking to me. He's like, he's like, oh, Porsche, nice. Like, I love Porsche. Like, my dad loves, like, and I was like, yeah, like, my dad is, like, we just bonded, like, literally on the phone. He's like, all right, like, I'm gonna do what I can do, like, whatever. So, long story short, I pushed him. He gave me 43 off 27.5, like 28. Fire. Yeah, fire, bro.
Another
like,
W, yeah.
That was a big W for me, bro. And then once that direct deposit hit my account, I'm like, yo, it's game time, bro.
I'm back in the game.
I'm back in the fucking game, like. And my back is against the wall. And I'm like, at this point, I don't even give a fuck. Like, 30K, 40K, you're still broke. Like, yeah, you got some money, but like,
broke
like,
fuck, yeah.
how can I buy like a fucking GT3 RS, bro? Like, it's not happening, bro, with 30 fucking K. So I'm like, all right, like, time to go to fucking work. Let's hit the leverage, bro. Like, and bro, in November 11th, I put 30,000 in an account. And November 12th, I had 150,000. One 24-hour period, bro. Like, ridiculous. Like, and it wasn't even crazy risk. The first trade I took, I risked $4,000 and I made $40,000. Like a 1 to 10 risk trade. Like, this is when my trading really started to like accelerate, because I understood like, yo, you need phenomenal trades, like, you know, but you don't need to be fucking risky. Like, you can make, because the market, bro, like, again, you choose like, all right, I'm gonna risk this much, but yo, like, if you're on the right side of that trade, yeah, you could risk 5%, but if that shit goes 10 times more than what you're risking, you just made 50% or a fucking 100% gain. Or it's very much possible to like risk relatively small. I was still kind of aggressive. Like, I still risked like 10%, but I wasn't risking 50% of my account, whatever. Right. So once I made like 40K in the first trade, boom, I was just going savage. I'm like, all right, I got all this money to risk. Like, by the time at the end of the day, I'm like, it's $150,000. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, so
you made 150 grand.
I made 120 grand
in 24 hours.
In 24 hours, yeah.
What the fuck did that feel like?
Dude, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. Like, cause bro, like, knowing, bro, it was in the same year. Like, I was broke and then rich, like, in the same year for me. Like, 100 grand, like 100K, like, saved up is freedom, basically, bro. Like, you're not fucking, you're not buying Lambos and shit, but you're living all right. You're not worried so much about restaurants and shit. You can do what you got to do. Like,
get double chicken
100K,
at Chipotle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I want triple.
Guac,
that wasn't enough
shit.
of the double. This is gonna be triple. I want quadruple then.
Nah,
give me
real.
all the chicken.
Give me quad steak.
I'll spend $80. You got 100 grand in the account. You spent $80 at Chipotle on chicken.
And not
and
sweating
so, bro. So what I did, I knew immediately. Like, yo, you have to withdraw. Like, you have to withdraw this $100,000. Like, I left 50K in the account. But I was like, yo, you have, no matter what, like, you cannot, like, and again, like, that scar was what allowed me to, like, it's like, I say this a lot, it's like a video game, bro. It's like, You're playing the level. You get fucking clapped by the boss, but you figured out now how to beat the boss. All right, cool. You got to the next level. It's like every time you get fucked up, you learn something valuable that's more valuable than what you lost to get it, basically, you know? So that's just like it's been a lot like that. Every time I get to a new level, because I'm always pushing, bro. Like I'm always like, I'm like I said, I'm willing to risk it, bro. Like I'm not scared to risk. Like I've lost, like my biggest loss I ever had was probably like 300 grand in a day, bro. Like I've lost that much money before. So that's just not fun. But I know that those loss, I don't view money like most people view this shit, bro. It's like really like fake, bro. Honestly, like it's just numbers at the end of the day. It really is. But what's real is the emotions attached to it. Like that's what's tough to really detach from it. And whatever. So I left 50K in the account. I ended up blowing most of that, but I fucking had that 100K come out in BTC. Not yet. I actually
That's what I'm doing.
In BTC, I fucking I withdrew it in cash. Like I found a guy to link up and like, you know, do some, you know, whatever, like with the BTC, like have my 100K cash, bro, like fucking in a box, like fucking $100,000. Like liquid. I have a picture on me on Instagram with like holding the money and shit. I was like, you know, like I did it, bro. Like I fucking did that shit.
I'm fucking
like
him.
Yeah.
I'm fucking him, bro, with the Porsche.
Yeah.
The fucking 100K
Yeah.
Now,
bro.
are you making all these plays on your own, or are you
follow?
Everything is completely.
Everything is.
And now, are you doing like research, or like how do you, like, what makes you find a play?
So trading. So there's definitely different approaches. Like, so you have what's called like technical analysis and fundamental analysis, right? So technical analysis is all chart based work, bro. Like, you know, the candlesticks and all that shit. Like that's its own language, bro. Like to understand, it's literally the language of money, bro. Like candlesticks is all psychology, like understanding the trends. Like there's ways to analyze that shit. Like it gets very intricate actually. And then fundamental analysis is like news, right? Like right now, obviously inflation is a big problem. So like the Fed is raising interest rates, right? So what does that mean? Raising interest rates is basically a way. We've been growing. Our economy grew too quickly after COVID because we printed all this money. All this free money flowed into, like, imagine taking an ocean and dropping it inside of our already existing ocean. All that water's got to flow somewhere. So too much water flows into places, prices going up, cars are going up, houses are at all-time highs, like this and that. It's a big disruption. So now to kind of like bring inflation down, we have to raise interest rates, which, you know, interest rate is the cost of borrowing money, right? Like the central bank is the Fed, and they set that their goal is to regulate monetary policy. Obviously, they're a business as well. They want to make money, but then they pass that cost off to, you know, commercial banks like fucking J.P. Morgan Chase, TD Bank, Bank of America, whatever, and then those banks are the ones giving people like me and you, consumers, loans, right? So like you want to get a loan for your home, you want to get a personal loan, you want to get a loan for a car, you want to get a fucking business loan. That, like, so the more expensive that it is for your loan, it's harder for, it's the goal right now is to slow down the economy, right? Like it's a lot of analogies I use, but like imagine like a camel right now, like, right, you know, like the camel is like, we want to slow the camel down. We got to put as many straws on the camel's back without breaking it, because we don't want to break the economy, but we need to like stifle the economy right now to basically bring prices down, bring growth down. So that's how you fight inflation, basically, is you taking money out of the economy as opposed to like putting it in. So that's fundamental analysis, bro. Like that's like, you know, like understanding like jobs data, unemployment data, like shit like that. Like the actual data is like, you know, macroeconomics, basically, you know, like shit like that. So bro, I made that 100K. I ended up, bro, like crazy shit was like I fucking blew that 50K, and then I put another 30 in out of the 100 I took out. Right. And then in one trade I made another 100 grand. In one trade, like 30 to 130. So that whole week I was up like 200,000 in the whole week, bro. In a week, bro.
Are you like calling your boys? Are you calling people, like a girl maybe, or speaking with family like, yo, I'm fucking rich?
Kinda, yeah. Like I posted on Instagram, bro. Like that's when I started gaining notoriety, like on social media, because I had no followers, bro. Like I had like 800, like at the, you know, like in whatever, before I made that flip, and then my mentor reposted me, people reposted me. I was at like 3K or so, doing whatever I could do, trying to fucking, you know, make shit happen. Like I was just introduced to this whole like niche of Instagram and social media, but I understood it was a great platform because I was like, yo, like why not have a second stream of income? Like trading is great. I'm already trading. Why not, like call my trades? And like I started a signal group, like where I'm just like, yo, I'm doing this, I'm buying this, I'm selling this, I'm closing the trade here, I'm doing like whatever. And people pay $50 a month, or at this point I'm charging like $200 a month. Like I have a couple hundred people in there. So bro, you can make good money off that. Like, and people say, oh, well, why are you selling this and selling services? I'm like, yo, like every fucking millionaire, like whatever billionaire has like 10 streams of income. Like I would be an idiot to not fucking maximize like everything I can do. So like that shit is dumb when people say that. So whoever
they're
says
mad
that shit,
because
go
they're
fuck
not
yourself.
doing
Like,
it and they can't do it.
yeah, exactly. So whatever. So I did that. I'm doing mentorships and shit. Like I used to charge $750, then I started $1250. Then like as my value went up, I'm like, and my time becomes more valuable, I'm gonna charge more. So now I'm doing $6,000. Like probably in January up $7,500. Like if you want to get next to me, like I'm really, like I said before, there's a lot of deceitfulness in this industry, and it really gives everyone a bad name because there are people say, oh, your shit's fake. Like every day someone says, yeah, your shit's fake. You have a demo account. You have this. You have that. Like I know truthfully, like my shit is the realest, real deal shit. Like like there and it's very. What I did, like again, I don't want to boast or brag or whatever, but like this shit is like 1 in a million type shit. Like no, like people don't, because the next part of the story is basically I had some like trials and tribulations the next year. Like I wasn't like, I didn't lose a lot of money, but I was a little stagnant for some time. I didn't really grow much. Like I had, I was chilling, like I was financially free, but basically I just wasn't really, shit wasn't popping as much as it was. Like, it's just trading is, you're not always going to be consistent every single month, like, whatever. So that's why you have to, like I said, money management is so important, like how you manage your money and how you kind of like go about things, like how much money you choose to deposit, how much money you spend. Like I'm a big proponent of like living well below your means, because especially in like a space like this, it's like turbulent, like, as fuck. So how would I look like upgrade? I'm not going back. Like I'm not going backwards. So like I'm not upgrading my life until I'm really up, bro. Like that's why the Audi, like I bought that shit in cash. Like I didn't fucking, I'm not making payments and shit. If I can't afford that shit, I cannot afford that shit. Like, I don't want loans. I don't want fucking this. I don't want that. Like it's just not my philosophy. So fast forward, whatever, like, some ups and downs. Like I'm kind of like building my brand. I'm doing a couple podcasts and doing some shit, like whatever I can to just kind of get myself out there. And then it wasn't until like the summer of last year where like, again, like, and by the way, like when I was in Pennsylvania, I kind of like didn't touch on this, but like fitness is a really big like part of like who I, like your discipline. Like I believe that the results, the external results show up like when you have the internal, like, drive and just you're showing up every day. Like it doesn't, you might not see it. Yeah. Your bank account might not be, or your trading account might not be going up every day, but if you made progress, if you ran 5 miles today, or you cooked a healthy meal, or you took care of yourself, like that goes way further than people actually realize. Cause like a lot of people measure their value and their worth like monetarily, like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't make progress and increase your value in other means outside of money. Like, so I fucking, so I'm in Pennsylvania. Like, this was in 2020. I was running like in the fucking mountains in Pennsylvania, like 8-mile runs, 9-mile runs. I'm locked in with my meals every day, cooking like fucking fantastic ass food. And I'm lit, bro. The gyms were closed. I went to the creek and I fucking would lift boulders and squat boulders and do whatever the fuck. I was swimming in the fucking creek, bro. I love cold exposure. I love ice baths and shit like that. I'm swimming in the creek is cold as fuck, bro. That's mountain water, bro. Yeah, like it was snowing and shit. Like, but I love that shit. Like, so I was just doing whatever I could to like take care of myself, be disciplined, and just grow it however I could. So controlling the things that I had in my control, right? So now fast forward to the next summer, I'm locked in again. Like I'm like, yo, I need to like, you've been complacent, bro. Like, yeah, you were fucking renting Lamborghinis and like doing stupid shit and eating out, and it's like, yo, cut all the bullshit. Like it's time to strap in.
Time to level up. Time to meet the final boss again.
Yeah, like it's like, yo, it's like, all right, let's trade London session at 3:00 in the morning, finish up at 5 a.m., go straight to fucking Jones Beach and run 10 miles. Like,
let's go.
When the sun is rising,
what the fuck
bro.
are we doing, bro?
When the sun is rising.
What the fuck are we doing?
Bro,
are
like,
you ready?
I
Jones
was
Beach tomorrow?
No.
Yo, I'm there. Bro, I was running
you
like.
You want to run a half with me on Christmas?
Yeah.
Take a picture.
I'm not in shape for that, but I'll
let's pee break.
I'll fucking David Goggins that shit, bro.
Like, yo, I'm down, bro.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm savage, bro. You're just a savage.
Bro, my hands are cold in here.
Hands are shaking.
Yeah, bro, you're a savage, bro, for wearing no like long sleeve. You're just fucking. Bro, you probably feel good, right? You probably feel fucking Oh, let's go.
When you do it, like I take cold every day. It's cold shower, like 2-3 minutes, like full cold, like just
Really?
yeah, just like I just bro. Cold showers are such a fucking like the dopamine you get from it is like healthy dopamine, and it's like for hours, bro. Like for
100%.
hours.
Yeah, I
like,
see it on
after.
social media all the time, like how
Yeah.
people, you know,
He's
speak so
kinda
highly
soft,
of
though.
it.
He's kind of soft.
Fucking soft.
Yeah, it's kinda
I love, bro, Wim Hof, bro. I got into like I do the Wim Hof breathing. Like I've been doing this shit for like 3-4 years, bro. Like
Right,
you know,
right.
like, I'm not there every day doing it, but like
Yeah.
it's.
So I almost want to move on from the money thing, bro. Because
Yeah.
we've been talking about money this
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
I want to like let's fucking wrap this story, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
so
dive
yeah,
into
well,
some other shit.
long. This is like the culmination.
Right,
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 like
right,
long
right.
story short, bro. I get locked in. I'm running every day. I'm doing what I'm doing, and bro, I flipped like 60K to like 1.6 million in like 3 months from June to like September.
How?
Now what
do you
what
mean
does
how?
that feel like? You know what I'm
What
saying?
was
Like what does that feel like from losing everything
Right.
to now 1.6 million, 7 figures
Right.
in your account? Like what does that do anything for you as a person? Like
I get horny. That's what I do.
I mean, bro, it's honestly hard. It's hard to like quantify, bro. Like, and it's still really fresh. Like, you know, I can kind of now like, you know, have hindsight and like a little bit of retrospect on it now, but it's just like now it's just become the norm. Like I've just like, you know, money is like, bro, you know, it's just like going fishing, bro. It's like, oh, go get some fish, bro. Like go get some eggs, whatever, you know. It's just it's available. It's there, like, you know, and you just. I don't know, bro. Like if you had told me 5 years ago, like that was what was gonna happen, no, like it would be like, I don't even know, but it's just, I don't really know how to explain it, bro. Honestly, it's like, but realistically, bro, like someone that's rich and someone that's poor don't have very different lives aside from like the money that they, the time that they spend at their job. But like we drive a nicer car, we eat at better restaurants, we take better vacations, we have a nicer house. But like truthfully, it doesn't fulfill you. Like having a lot of money, like like a lot of people say, but it really is true. Like as cliche as it is, doesn't fulfill you. It will not bring you happiness. It will not buy you like real love or real friends, or like if anything, it attracts all fucking types of superficial, fake bullshit. You know, people that are trying to get next to you because you got some clout or you got some money or whatever. You know, it really it's like I'll never forget where I came from. I have a lot of friends that are like fucking like just fake fucking, they always have a fucking, you know, they always have a circle and entourage around them. Like they can't just be like by them, like they can't sit with themselves, bro. Like it's such an ego thing, you know. I like people that don't have egos. That's why, like, you know, like people I resonate with social media, like we chop it up, we're cool, like that's dope as fuck. Like, you know, I've met some cool ass people that just don't have egos, like people that can sit and say, yo, like you inspire me, like bro, you inspire me, like, you know.
That's love, bro.
No, for real though,
love.
like
Yeah.
and that's real shit. Like, you know, I can tell right off the jump if someone has like a real ego or not. And like, I don't even want to be next to you, bro. Like, yo, my circle is this big, and your ego does not fit inside of it, bro. Like, straight up.
Yeah, we spoke about it earlier. Steve Harvey talked about money only makes you a bigger version of what you already were.
Amplifies your internals, bro. Straight up. You know?
Yeah, if you're an asshole before you got money, you're just gonna be a bigger asshole when you have money.
And it can change you, bro. Like it can really change you, because like once you start getting like accustomed to a certain, you know, lifestyle or whatever, like you can really just kind of like completely forget where you came from, like, you know. So,
but I think what you spoke to, obviously telling your story, like all those things along the way. That's why I'm such a big
built
believer.
my fucking character, bro.
Exactly, bro. If that Porsche situation never happens, if you don't lose in that on that trade, you don't appreciate where you're at right now.
All those scars and band-aids and this and it's not even about the money. Like it literally, money is a byproduct of being like practicing successful habits. Simple as that. Like money is a byproduct. That's it. And if you're born, like the sweetest thing was those low, like now that I made it to the other side, being fucking broke was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like I love that I was fucking nothing and nobody, bro. Cause like if you're born with the shit in your mouth, like you never will enjoy it. You'll never know what it's like to fucking be so hungry and starving. Like, yo, I need this. Like how do you have this and I don't? Like what is it? Like what's the secret? And it's very few people that are actually gonna really do what it takes, you know. Like we'll do whatever it takes. Like if you tell me run until you fucking collapse. Like, I'll run until I collapse.
Right.
You know?
I'm a big believer of that now. I was watching a clip yesterday of Dana White talking about, like, our generation. And
Yeah, I saw that one. You're
Yeah.
talking about the one, like, everyone's a pussy and, like, all this shit. You'll run right over motherfuckers. It's true.
Yeah.
Like, the generation that we're in is just... Bro, it's the culture, bro. It's the social media. It's the instant gratification. It's the dopamine. It's the porn. It's the fucking everything. It's just like people are always looking for. It's the fucking vapes in your fucking mouth. That shit is fucking lame as fuck, bro. Like, you tell me you're like a fucking like a baby sucking on a fucking titty, bro. Like yo, like man up and fucking make some shit happen.
Right.
Yeah, just a quick fix all the time.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you can't even sit with yourself for 5 minutes without, like, getting some type of stimulus or something or scrolling or... And I'm not saying I'm perfect because we're human beings and, like, we're fueled by a lot of that shit. But, like, it's brain chemistry, bro. Like, I just learned that serotonin goes way further than dopamine, bro. Like, that serotonin hits fucking different. When you worked hard for something and you finally start seeing results after getting battered for however long, like the gym or whatever, like... That serotonin is the most addictive chemical, but most people never even get to that point.
Yeah, it's like, dude, the dopamine will certainly, like, serve you for a night, make you feel good, to have a bowl of ice cream, to have a little bit of sex, but when you make that first 100K, bro, trading, or you sign that first 6-figure contract, or you get that first fucking viral clip after fucking 3-4 years, you're fucking screaming.
Bro, literally, I was screaming, bro. Like I was yelling like if I just climb Mount Everest, bro. Like people probably thought I was like dying inside the fucking condo I was in, bro. Like,
Right.
Like, yo, it's just like an ultimate feeling. It's like yes, like I finally got it. Like, and I know what to do. I know this time I'm pressing withdraw and it's my money. Like, and you're not gonna tell me shit. And everybody that shitted on me, that told me, bro, I got shitted on by everyone, bro. My fucking parents would come in my room every day. You're a bum, get a fucking job, like this and that. My friends, I noticed they started treating me differently because they would just like, yo, you're not making shit happen. Like, what's going on? You still trading? Like, what's like, you making it happen or not? Like, they would treat me differently, bro. People doubted the fuck out of me, bro. Like, and I will always prove them wrong, bro. Like, no matter what.
That's usually everyone's fucking origin story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everyone doubted you. There was fucking failures and lessons the entire way. And then when you finally made it, that's when you can feel that fucking
and even
euphoria.
Still where I'm at now, bro, it's like, yeah, like a lot of people have, whatever, like they believe in me now, but it's like, yo, like the vision I had, you see the vision I had now 5 years ago. Like, now my vision that I have currently for the next 5 years, like people, like it's way over people's heads.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
so far beyond
starting
what they
companies.
thought.
I'm fucking doing like real shit, like fucking 8-9 figure shit. Like that's the goal, Because I don't even, again, it's not about money at all, but it's just about freedom and securing my legacy, bro. Like, for my family, bro. That's all I care about. Like, at this point, like, I have money and shit and everything's good and whatever. But I'm not at a point where I can just tell my mom, like, yo, I just paid off the mortgage and I bought you a crib here. Like, you don't have to go to work anymore. My dad, like, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, bro. Like, for my parents, for my future family, like, just so everything is gravy, bro, forever.
Yeah.
That's all I care. That's literally all I care about. Like,
it's building a legacy.
Yeah, it's literally like my parents have like been through a lot of shit, like with their businesses and they've my mom sacrificed a lot, my dad sacrificed a lot, so like that's the ultimate way I can pay them back is just by like saying, yo, however you want to live your life, go ahead and do it,
Yeah, I think that's one of like the greatest and most beautiful things in life, when you had good parents, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you had a good parent and they kind of did everything they could for you.
Yeah,
and then you can finally pay them back.
Such a blessing, bro. Like, I would not be where I am without my parents, bro. Like, for sure. Like, just like inspiring me. Like, they shitted on me. That's cool. I get it. Like, because everyone always just understands from their level of perception. Like, they're doing it as a way to just like, hey, this is really uncertain, James. Like, you probably shouldn't do this. I don't know anything about it, but I'm just protecting you from something that I might think is bad. But like, you didn't grow up in my era. You grew up in 1960, 70, 80, whatever. Like, different era, bro. Like, the shit is changing rapidly every day.
Yeah, a lot of people try to give advice when they don't even understand the context of what you're pursuing.
Right.
Like, people try to give advice on something they have no knowledge about.
You can never take advice from somebody that's not in a position that you want to be in.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just how can you do that?
Yeah.
Like it comes from a good place.
Right.
But you'll never succeed that way.
It's not logical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A basketball player would never take advice from a doctor on how to shoot a jump shot or vice versa. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, 90% of people are fucking in slavery, bro. Like, so you're going to listen to a slave on how to get out of slavery? Of course not.
Right. Yeah, that's been one of my favorite parts of moving to Miami, bro. Is like kind of awaking to slavery. You can make $500,000 a year and be a slave. You know, you could be a fucking lawyer or a doctor.
Living below your means,
slave,
bro. Like, because everybody, you get some type of money, and then what do? You go out and spend. You get a nicer car. You get a nicer house. You get
wife
a fucking
wants a car. Kids want to go to this school.
I'm not doing that, bro. Like, I even feel guilty at times when I'm kind of like not being productive, like when I'm out to eat and I'm partying and this and that. It's like, bro, like I can be doing so much more. Like, you know, I need, the foundation is right now. Like, I'm 26 years old.
Yeah, like, that's something though. There's something that's like the it factor, man. Like, it used to happen to me, like back when I was playing college football. Like, if I'd be out at a bar, I would be out at the bar, bro, and look at everyone like lip syncing Drake lyrics. And I love Drake, you know, fucking OVO, you know, I got the owl on me, you know what I'm saying? So like, I fucking love Drake, but bro, at the same time, I'm sitting there at the bar and I'm like, yo, the only reason why I'm playing college football is because I work harder than everyone else, and I'm not that athletically gifted. I'm not 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", and there's a kid in Texas that's going harder than me right now. What the fuck am I doing?
Right.
It's the same thing in the world of business as well. It's like, dude, like there's someone that comes from like better means, that has better mentors, that's in a better position than me, and he's not fucking here. He's going hard. So like, where's that gonna get him?
Yeah, like,
you know, and
I understand how powerful this shit is, bro. Like, I just need to get after it every day, bro. Like, you know, like I at this point, like it's just I'm in competition with myself, bro.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like you learn, like, yo, when you become like an entrepreneur, like you got to learn how to manage your time, bro. Like, you know, and manage yourself, you know, because you don't have a boss anymore. Like, and a lot of people end up having a boss again because they just don't know how to manage themselves. Good looks, bro. I love this shit, bro. Like, if someone can watch this and get inspired, and like, even if they don't become a trader or whatever, like if they can get some type of inspiration and you know, like, bro, that's the number one thing I think I can contribute to humanity is just making it a better place than it was before I found it, bro. Like, we're all fucking speck of dust in the fucking cosmic timeline, bro. Like, I don't mean shit, bro. Like, but if I could create a legacy and people will maybe remember my name like a couple hundred years from now, like, that would be fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah. I love that, bro. That's a big reason why, you know, I used to be kind of the guy, bro, that had this big dream of like, I want to change the world. I want to make it a better place.
Right.
I'm not so much there anymore. I do want to make it a better place, but I really just want to be the best version of myself.
Yeah, right. And if you do that, people are gonna draw inspiration from that.
Yeah, just because, like, for whatever reason, like, bro, like, we just so happen to get fucking a kick out of inspiration and self-help and like raising your ceiling and like following your dreams and making money and living like a fulfilling lifestyle and being around good people. Like, those are the things. And maybe it's not I said for some reason, it's like for the reason, like, that's how to live a better life, is like to be into those things. And that's why I think a lot of people are really fucking with the message, you know. And I could tell that you have those things inside of you as well.
Yeah, and a lot of things, like, the best things in life are free, bro. Like, you know, don't ever get it twisted that like money like makes you better or this and that. It's really not true. Like, a lot of these guys that put fucking all these watches and all this shit on, like, yo, if you take it away from them, like, what's left? Yeah. Like, what type of substance is left? Most of them have fucking nothing to offer, bro. Like, you know, like, I have what I have because I'm just like relentless in my pursuit of fucking happiness, bro. Like, straight up. And that's what you can take that away from me, and I'll always get it right back. Yeah. No matter what.
We got to get on the grind, bro. Because we're grinding right now. We're doing good. But, like, bro, we've been talking about it a lot on some, like, yo, we need to get journaling again. We need to get working out harder again. We need to be eating healthier again. Because, bro, like it sounds to me like one of the reasons why, like, you're successful, like, monetarily is because you're successful in other areas of your life.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
It's a compound effect.
And we were so successful in other areas of our life. We're both fucking great athletes, beautiful bodies, great mental health. We journal. We listen to podcasts. We have great friendships, great relationships. We're so successful in all these other areas. And then I personally spent...
And don't mean to cut you off, but don't remember I said before, like, don't attach your worth just like, if you have those things, then you're fucking doing better than like 99% of people that might be a millionaire, bro.
But
like,
that's what Miami kind of did for me in an adverse way, in a negative way. It's like, yo, like I had all these things. I always had this magneticism. I've been on the boat with the Jake Pauls of the world, with all these. The only person I ever like honestly felt like was at more peace than me was like a Gary Vee type of person.
Right.
But other than that, like everyone else was kind of just on their phone. No one was really talking to each other. It didn't feel to me like they were more successful
authentic,
than I, or authentic, or successful by being authentic than I.
Right.
You know, I personally have felt like I am, you know, I have so many of these other intangibles, right? But it's just I started viewing myself financially, and I think it was something I
mean,
needed.
listen, it is something that like it's something that's desirable, bro. Like, you know, because at the end of the day, like money enables you to have freedom of your time, you know, and time is the most valuable commodity there is. So, truthfully, like money does make it is important. Like you can't say that it's not important, but like it's like oxygen. It's like once you get oxygen, getting more oxygen is not doing anything for you, bro. Like, you know, but when you don't have oxygen and you're fucking doing everything you can to just breathe, bro, like it really weighs down on you, bro, you know?
Yeah, bro, money is power.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, money is power.
It's a very powerful tool. It's a tool to like just to get whatever's out here to get it into reality, bro. Like,
and that's been one of the hardest parts about not having money is like feeling like you're so creative. Like I feel so creative, bro, and I feel so destined to do these beautiful things.
And
I have these grand master plans, and I just want to put them effect. But like you just said, I will. I know I will. Everyone said, you know, I feel it. You know,
I don't ever say the words try or if anymore. I never say that. I don't try to do anything. I don't ever say if. Like when I say something, it's going to whether or not it actually happens, subconsciously and consciously, I believe it, and that goes way deeper than people realize. Like,
yeah, and you hear these stories of people all the time, bro, that have these like journals, you know, like that really write things down. You know, they say that you know this is going to happen. They look back, you know, they find this journal and they look in it and they're like, oh, well, like 99% of this thing happened, right? That's one thing that we're trying to do. It's just been, you know, I've been very transparent with you from the start, you know, like, bro, like
as you should be, because like if you're not transparent like about your situation or whatever, it's just like you're not lying to me. You're just lying to yourself, bro.
Yeah.
It only hurts you more.
Yeah, literally, bro. Like, literally.
Yeah, and also like being better at like being more humble. Like, bro, I look at you like, dude, like you have figured out the finances more than me.
Right.
You know, so you're someone to learn from in that aspect. You know, especially with like what you've done with your community. Right. You know, I would love to hear more about that because that's like a lane that we want to fucking go down as well.
Yeah. So like I said, bro, like once I started, like obviously, you know, like trading is such a great niche because like everybody, just like music, everyone loves music, right? Like everybody loves like making money. Like nobody wants to fucking work more hours at their job. Like they want to find other ways to make money that is easy, right? So trading is I feel like such a great niche, like especially like if you want to like become an influencer or sell a product, sell a course or whatever, because it's just like not everyone wants to be a videographer, like whatever, but everybody wants to be financially free pretty much, right? So but yeah, like as far as that, just like collaboration with bigger brands, bro, like getting your name out there, even if you were like, yo, I'll shoot you a video for free, like whatever, like provide value, you know, like I'm even to this day, I still grind. Like I do free webinars where I give away a lot of shit that like people pay for, you know, because like when you give away something for free, people are like, wow, like that was great. Like I have people that are like, oh my god, thank you so much. I like even to this day, like I haven't done a free webinar in a minute. They're like, yo, like Merry Christmas, like James gave us like more value in free fucking 2-hour webinar than I've ever gotten like from courses that I paid for. So like people will never forget that, like, you know, and a lot of those people that, you know, come for your free shit are going to end up converting into like a potential client or customer or whatever. So as far as like building the brand, yeah, like I networked with a lot of people doing podcasts, you know, whatever, kind of just getting it out there. The best thing you can do is definitely, you know, find someone that's like has some type of influence, bro. Like, you know, you're gonna get like Gary Vee, like how many fucking, he sends 1 million DMs a day. Like if you get 2 yeses out of 1,000 no's, like, all right, cool. Like, focus on the 2. Outreach. And yo, like the thing with the guy, like there's ways to hack the social media, like the algorithm and things that can boost your engagement and the story viewer and shit, like things like that, like little things that will get your it's all about these 2 things right here, bro. Like fucking eyeballs is the currency, bro. Like that we all want, you know. I
love it, bro. Listen, I want to wrap this. We're at an hour and 15.
No, this was awesome.
It was really fucking good. Is there anything that you want to speak about? Is there anything that you want to say?
I mean, if anyone's out there watching that doesn't really know about trading, like really do your due diligence. Like fucking learn as much as you can. It's like, you know, like it's like you're going to war, bro. Like don't expect you're gonna get fucking shot. If you don't know how to use your gun, like you're dead. Like you're gonna die. So
Right.
don't fucking die. Don't put yourself in that. Like from someone who's been there and done that. Like invest in yourself. In anything. Like invest in
Have you invested a large
in a
amount of
mentor?
money into your like learning?
Yeah, a decent amount. Like there are a lot of great free resources out there,
Yeah.
but I've been more so the time is what I've spent. Like, you know, I've almost, it's 5.5 years at this point that I've been
Right.
trading, you know, so like that's a long time, bro.
Yeah,
like most
right.
people quit and like 90% of people quit in 6 months.
Just question for you, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't even have to answer this if you don't want
I'll
to, but
answer
like
whatever.
let's say I were to buy your $6,000 mentorship. Like let's say if I have the work ethic and I have some
Can you
you know
do it?
intelligence,
Yeah.
would I be able to cut it in less time than you did?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt. 100%, bro, without a doubt. But like it's like the thing is like everybody can, but not everybody will. Like if you have fucking Chris Bumstead like training you, like, or like his fucking coach is like a fucking world-renowned coach, like the best coach in the world, like you're probably gonna do all right. Like if you want to be a bodybuilder, you know,
Yeah,
like.
Right.
But it's just like, yo, are you gonna show up every day? Are you gonna fucking, you know, eat the food that's not so fun? Like, are you gonna fucking put money in your trading account when you just made some money and you'd rather fucking go on a trip or something? Like most people, bro, I would go to export and fucking drink the water from the sink, the fucking disgusting water, because I didn't want to spend $1 on a fucking water, because I knew that dollar was going in my fucking trading account. Most people are not going to fucking really, like, take all of it. There's never been a person that shows up every day, puts all of their resources, all their time, all their effort into one thing and doesn't see success. Like it just doesn't happen. Like the universe will reward you, but you have to fucking show up. I showed up for 5 years straight, bro. Like I did. Like I was always trading. Even if I was losing money, like I'll figure it out eventually.
Got to be in the game.
Yeah, you got to be in the game, bro.
I'm fucking so jacked up right now.
You got to be in the fucking game.
Let's fucking
You should
go.
be in the game, bro. Like even, bro, there's like you don't even have to manually trade. I have fucking robots that will trade for
Oh,
you.
I wasn't
and
saying
shit.
the trading.
No,
thing,
and
but
just in
like,
general, like there are ways to make money in this niche without you like directly being like the trader. Like
Right.
you know, they have shit that will fucking, you know, everything involves risk, but the biggest risk is not taking a risk.
Boom.
Cut. His links are in the bio.
Yeah.
We fucking appreciate you guys for
Yeah,
watching
yo,
this.
thanks.
I'm
Thanks
sure
for having me, bro. I appreciate you guys. Like
Yeah,
you know,
no.
like
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
bro. This is
I'm
dope.
just a regular fucking guy that just believes in himself more than almost anyone in the planet, bro. Like honestly, like straight up.
Awesome.
Ended on that. Cut.
Good man. That's dope.
Let's smoke a blunt.